But I think the most interesting experience I had that could have turned out tragically was hunting black bears in Alaska with a friend of mine named Bob Munger. Well, actually, I wasn't hunting. I was doing photography. We were making a film, and Bob was hunting with a bow and arrow. It was in the spring of the year, and we had worked ourselves up onto a flat tundra lake area that was very flat, except that a little hammock here and there with some trees growing out of it. And we saw in one of these little clusters of trees a moose. We did a very good Indian sneaking job on him and get up to a good picture range, and I took quite a few pictures, and finally I had all I wanted. And normally, I like to sneak out in a case like that and take a little pride in having been able to do it without the animal seeing me, but in this case, Bob stood up and he waved his arms and yelled. He wanted to see the moose run off, but what we didn't know was this cow moose had a calf, and cow moose, when they have a calf, are sometimes dangerous, and this one took off after us. Well, my legs were a little longer than Bob's, and I quickly got the lead, and we were running through this soft tundra, shedding cameras and bows and arrows and whatnot. And about 200 yards away was a little hillock with one lone tree growing out of it that was not big enough for the two of us, and I got there first and laid claim to it. There had been another tree there that had died and blown over with the roots sticking up in the air, and there was a hole underneath it. So I yelled to Bob to duck in the hole, which he did. And when he was in the hole, the moose paid no attention to him, came over to the tree I was on, began bumping it with their shoulders. But I was high enough. Well, about that time, Bob was out of the hole, and the moose saw him and took him for a turn around the tree, and then he ducked back in the hole. And I couldn't understand why he didn't stay in there, but the moose came back to the tree then again, and then Bob was out of the hole again. And
kept ducking in and out of the hole.
Kept ducking in and out of the hole, yeah. And it didn't make sense, but he started off across the tundra, and I yelled to him. I said, "What's the matter with your head? Get in the hole and stay there." He said, "I can't. There's a bear in there."